Good morning. My name is Brian McNeil.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeil.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like.
Good morning, my Empowerment Duo family. Jay Mattier here, sitting in for Brian and Dr. Lisa. They are under the weather this morning, so I decided to jump in and do the show anyway, and we'll see what happens. It's all up to you. It's great to be here this morning. We've got a few things that we'll go through as usual. We'll try to keep the momentum going and keep the information flowing, and that we will, we'll do our Shout It Out Fridays. We'll do our This Moment in African American History. Plus, I've got some things that I want to chat to you about. So it's going to be a pretty interesting morning. So good morning. Hi, Phyllis. Miss Phyllis, how are you doing today? Great to have you here. I might not be able to see everybody because I'm on the Yacht stream, but what happens is that we're on YouTube and we're on Tuna and all those other ones, so I might not be able to see all of the comments today, but we'll do the best that we can. It's great to have you all here this morning. Who else do I have out in the audience so far? So it's interesting. I wanted to talk a little bit about something that happened to us recently, and it's something that we all have to be more aware about and deal with, and that is scams. Frauds and scam, people trying to take your money. It's unbelievable that this day and age that people just won't leave you alone. I mean, that people are just always trying to do something to take your money, to run a scam, to affect your credit. And it's really unbelievable about what happens this day and age. And so I want to share a little bit with a story about what happened to us recently. And then to see, hi, Dr. Lisa, how are you? I hope you're feeling better, and Brian feeling better, and that we just pray for you, and we pray your speedy recovery, and we'll just keep on going and keep on pushing and keep on striving. So, like I was saying, when it comes to scams, has anybody in the audience been subjected or know somebody that has been subjected to a scam? It's very interesting because this week, for those of you that know us, my wife and I, we're therapeutic foster parents. And being that we have a lot of people that come through, and a lot of times they stay with us even after they're completed in their over 21. So we be involved in 18 to 21 program. And then after they, move on, they still stay in touch. Because what we try to do is we try to instill in them a certain accountability, a certain lifestyle, a certain way to treat people with integrity. And we try to put some values in them. So there's several of them that, stay in touch with us throughout the years. They come by and visit. They'll come to Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas or anything like that. And so in this particular case, we have one that we got a phone call from. And the phone call, he was crying and just distraught because he had gotten into a car accident. He had gotten into a car accident, and he told us the lawyer's number to contact, and that he had gotten to this car accident and that he had hit somebody, and that he was on his way to jail, and that he really needed our help. So we contacted the attorney, and the attorney told us, yeah, he hit somebody, that there was a pregnant woman in the car. She was 7 months pregnant, that she had broke her clavicle, and that she was in the hospital, and that we were going to need to post a $50,000 bail. Good morning, Susan Kennedy. How are you today? It's good to have you here. And so it was a $50,000 bail. So we needed to come up with $5,000 in order for him to get out. And so we were very, we were very reluctant. We thought about it. We had to pray about it. We told the attorney, we don't make any impulsive decisions without talking about it, praying about it, and, really trying to verify what is the truth and what's not the truth. But the way that they did it, they used AI. The voice was perfect, sounded just like him. And so what happened is that we got in contact with the attorney, and we said, well, we're not going to do this, and that we're going to, give us some time, we'll get back to you. Well, in the meantime, Dr. Sheila Gossett, how are you today? And Angela Mitchell with Mary Kay, how are you today? It's good to have you here on Shout It Out Friday. So good to have you here. So continuing the story, we got a call from this young man. And we were saying, why haven't you been in touch with us? We talked about what was going on, and then it said, I don't know what you're talking about. I've been at home all weekend. I haven't been out. I haven't driven anybody's car. I haven't done anything. You come to find out, the whole thing was a scam. They tried to get a scam out of $5,000. Some red flags that came up is, one thing is that we have several phone numbers. We have business phone numbers. We have our personal cell phone numbers. We have a house phone number. And the call from this person and the attorney came in on our house phone number, which we rarely ever use. And what happened is that was one red flag. And so we looked at that and said, well, wait a minute. He doesn't even know our home phone number. So that was a red flag. And then the amount of money, and then talking, and the attorney sounding so convincing, and it was just amazing. But the whole thing was a scam. And so I want to know if anybody has had any experiences with scams and any story to tell about that. Right now we have in the comments, let's see, Sheila Gothard. Oh yes, my sister's son had to turn himself in to 30 days. He did that, and on the same day, she got a call that the jail is full, and if he pleaded a certain amount, he could get out. I helped her with getting the money. I even made some calls, and turned out it was all a scam. There are public records. This is unbelievable. It's just, and with AI and with what they're doing these days, it's so believable, so accountable. It's unbelievable. So what I ended up doing, I contacted Jason Stujanchi from WSOC TV Channel 9, and sent him, because another thing, I actually went on the internet and looked up scams. And this particular scam, verbatim, was there. Talked about the car accident, talked about pregnant women, everything was right there online. So I did report it and wanted to make sure that other people don't get caught up. So we'll be doing an interview with him on next Wednesday. But this is really amazing. And I just, again, like I said, has anybody else had any type of experience with that? Again, this is Shout It Out Friday. For those of you that have business or events or anything going on this coming weekend, or into next week, shout it out. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So anybody shouting anything out this week, this weekend? How's your weekend going? How has your week been? Any comments on how have your week been? This is Friday. You had an opportunity to reflect on Wednesday. How are things going with you today? Yes, yes, yes. Sheila said the only red flag, oh, I missed that. The only red flag we had was the amount increased as we were sending the money. Praise God. I'm glad that you didn't send the money. I hope you didn't send the money. And that Susan Kennedy asked, Sheila, did you send the money? We hope that you didn't. But it's just interesting. And it's interesting how prevalent these scams are. Anybody else? Has anybody else had the issue or know someone that has fallen into the trap or almost into the trap of a scammer? There's a lot going on with the financial industry. There's a lot going on with people calling from the IRS or different agencies, and they sound so compelling that people just believe. So again, shout it out Friday. Want to know if there's anybody that has had occasion, if there's anything that you would share about being scammed or, just any types of protections that might help somebody as we move forward. One of the things that comes to mind is that we should have codes. We should have secret words or secret codes for our family if they are really in trouble. I think that's one thing that we should do. We should also have talks about what's going on in the world around us. So have the conversations, what to do in case of an emergency. Have a code that if you really are in trouble, you have a code word that you say in order to verify that it's you. Miss Phyllis, good. Thanks for sitting in. Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for sitting in for the host this man. Dr. Lisa says I had a scammer send me check for $1,850, asked me to deposit it and order $450 worth of Mary Kay. Sent the order to her and the rest of the money. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What was the outcome? I mean, this is so important and invaluable for people to speak up and let people know so that we can forewarn and forearm ourselves about what's going on in this world of ours. Dr. Lisa, I just, wow, wow, it's amazing. And, the thing is, it can happen to anybody. I told them to kick rock, Doctor. Good for you, Dr. Lisa. It can happen to anybody. Sheila Gotha said, yes, I sent her money, but she paid me back. But overall, the full amount was unrecoverable. Well, dear, at least you got some back, Sheila. At least you got some money back. That is really good. But we have to share these stories. We have to be aware of what's going on around us. We can't live with our head in the sand, especially, I talk about the money tug of war. Everybody is out. You're trying to keep your money. You're trying to save your money. You're trying to benefit from your money, and everybody's trying to take it. And it's not so bad that the legitimate people are trying to take it. The scammers are all trying to take it. I mean, where is our defense mechanism? Wow. Again, my name is Jay Mattier. I'm sitting in for our host, sitting in as guest host for Brian and Dr. Lisa. And they are under the weather right now. but we wanted to keep things going. The show must go on. And I know a lot of you depend on the shows on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And it's really it's a great opportunity to be here with you. I know typically on Mondays we have Robin C. Stern, the Google guru. He talks about those types of tech tips and Google tips. Wednesdays we have Mark Greer with our inspirational moment. Typically on the first Friday of the month, I come in and I'm your money mentor, and we talk about financial tips and things like that. And then all throughout the week, we have the occasion to talk with Brian and Dr. Lisa, and they always bring some inspiration. They always bring information, and they always have some great food for thought. So we just want to appreciate our hosts and just wish them a speedy recovery and everything goes well. Okay, I think I'm caught up. I want to see again. I apologize because I don't see all the comments, but I know Dr. Lisa's in the wings there. She might help me out a little bit. But again, anybody, I'm looking for Uzama. Usually Uzama's here. I haven't seen anything from him yet. Sheila Gothard says, yes, new Mary Kay consultants get all the time. That's the old scam. Wow. Wow. That's unbelievable. Yeah. Dr. Lisa said, we almost got caught in a Duke Power scam. Fake agents called and told us the truck was on our block and was going to cut off our power if we didn't pay a crazy amount. Yes, the utility company scams, the IRS scams, the FBI scams. Oh, what is the contest scams? It's just unbelievable. So we have to. What are some of the things that we can do to protect ourselves? You know, one of the suggestions I had was to talk about it. Talk about it with your family, and develop a system, develop a code word that if your family members or loved ones are ever really in trouble, that you know that. Overdue phone bills with, they're everywhere. There are all kinds of scams out there. We have to really be aware of those things. So again, shout it out to who's on the line. I'm sorry that I don't get a chance to get to everybody. I know some people are on YouTube and some other media outlets. We are on the main one, God Stream, this morning. So if you are here, please shout it out. Shout out your business. Tell us what's going on. Tell us about your week. Tell us what you've got planned to do, and let's keep it rolling. No past due bills. Dr. Lisa said she didn't have any past due bills, so that's great. And that's another thing. Interesting enough, I'm full of stories this morning, but pay attention to your bills. Pay attention to your credit card receipts, your credit card bills. Check your statements at least once a month, but maybe 2 or 3 times a month. Another story that just happened to us. Again, a gentleman that we were taking care of and trying to get on the right path decided that he didn't want to have anything to do with the system anymore. DSS, the foster care system, we had got him into an 18 to 21 program, but he just didn't adapt to anything that was going on. So he decided to go AWOL. And unbeknownst to us, he had actually taken a picture of one of my wife's debit cards, and had put it into a wallet so that he could use it, but the charges were going to her. This day and age, kids, teenagers, they know everything about technology. The scammers know everything about technology. We've got to protect ourselves. So what happened, to make a long story short, he actually charged up over $800 worth of charges against us and swore that he didn't have anything to do with it, that he knew nothing about it, that they couldn't be him. And the bad thing about it, some of the charges actually had his name on them. So eventually he apologized and asked for the amount and said that he would pay us back. But this is what we have going on today. Dr. Sheila said, I was in Rochelle Gray's podcast yesterday. Awesome show. So we want to shout out Rochelle Gray's podcast. Is there a particular name of the podcast, Dr. Lisa? So again, you never know. It could be somebody in the street. It could be somebody in your own home. So be careful. Read those statements. Check out, because if we hadn't checked the statement, which we do regularly, if we hadn't checked the statement, who knows how much money he would have gotten away with. So again, we've got to be aware. It's not only in the street, it's not only the scammers, but it could be somebody very close to you. Again, it's Shouted Out Friday. I'm Jay Mattier here with you, sitting in on the Empowerment Duel show this morning, sitting in for Dr. Lisa and Brian. They are under the weather. We pray that they're healing upon their lives, and that we hope that we have them return for us next week. But until then, you're stuck with me. Any questions or anything that anybody wants to talk about in particular on this Shout It Out Friday? You know, one of the things that I wanted to share with you is that William Brown, my man, William Brown, happy today, family. I'm glad to see you, my man. Glad to see you. The Biz That Pays podcast. So that was the podcast that Dr. Lisa was talking. It's called The Biz That Pays podcast. So I encourage you to tune in. And Dr. Lisa, when are they aired? When do they air? The other thing that I wanted to talk about, we have it up on the screen. This was actually a topic that I was going to talk about in one of my first Friday sessions that had went by, but it was talking about don't wait for the perfect time. We always trying to wait for the perfect time till everything is done. It's an interesting story. I met a young lady a few weeks ago, and she has some great ideas, and she's got some programs that she wants to. William Brown says, I see a lot of fraud and scams directed at seniors. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, William. And so we have to become more vigilant and aware, especially when we get to be a certain age. But anyway, this young lady, she was talking about all these great ideas of what she wanted to do. And she's writing a book, and she's developing programs for children and this, that, the other. We got to talking and engaging, and her plan sounded great. So I was intrigued. We talked more, but she wanted to wait until she had everything perfect. And I asked her, what time was that? What's the time frame? She said 6 to 7 years. I said, 6 to 7 years? I mean, you can't do that. I mean, time doesn't wait for anybody. Time doesn't wait for anybody. There's really no such thing as a perfect time. You think about the missed opportunities, the missed income, the loss of income. Dr. Lisa chimed in. It was live last night. Go to the Mind of Business That Pays on your YouTube and catch the replay. I encourage that. If Dr. Lisa is recommending that, I would encourage you to check it out, because it's got to be great. So when you're looking at the perfect time, it's not fair for the people that are depending on what you have to offer. So if you're waiting 5 to 6 years to the perfect time to present your product or service, that means for 5 or 6 years, the people that depended on what you have to provide for them have to wait. And if they have to wait, they're going to go to somebody else. So when they go to somebody else, that's a missed opportunity. That's lost income. Your audience can't wait for you. They can't wait forever. You're actually cheating people out of your product and service that need to know. The more time that you waste, someone else will beat you to the market. So you cannot wait till the perfect time. What you have to do is you have to make a plan and you have to execute it, and you have to take step by step, because you have to take the first step or you'll never go anywhere. You'll never walk. You'll be wasting too much time. You can always revise your plan as you go along, but you cannot wait for the perfect moment. You have to do something. You have to do something. So I just encourage people that have a book or have a product or a service that they want to get out to the world, but they're waiting for the perfect time. They're waiting till they have it all together. They're waiting till they accumulate the money. And that was her thing. I guess she got burnt in the past before, so she wanted to make sure that she had all the money that she needed in order to get this off the ground. So it just, you can't do that. You have to go. Don't cheat the people around you out of your product and service. Don't cheat yourself out of the income, loss of income, loss of opportunity. You have to do something. You've got to do it now. Okay, that's my soap opera for that. Take imperfect action, Dr. Lisa says. Take imperfect action. Do something. You've got to move forward. You can't wait 5 or 7 years. You know what can happen in 5 to 7 years because you're waiting for the perfect time to provide your product or your service? It's ridiculous. Okay, it's 9:33. Right now, I want to jump into this day in African American history. We've been doing this for a couple of years now, and we have been using the book by Michael A. Carson. And today, May 15th, in African American history, there's a couple of good things that I want to highlight. Today, Brown versus Board of Education decision eve. On May 15th, 1954, the U.S. Supreme Court completed internal deliberations on Brown versus Board of Education, the landmark case that would be announced the next day. This moment marked the final alignment of the justice behind Chief Justice Earl Warner's unanimous opinion declaring segregated schools unconstitutional. This date represents the turning point, the moment the court unified around the ending of separate but equal. Imagine that. And we're still fighting for the same rights today. I don't know if you heard about it, but the administration has gotten rid of all the people of color in the higher ranking officers of the administration, in the military, and now they're gerrymandering. They are actually doing and saying that they're doing illegal activities to make sure that people of color don't have any representation. It's amazing. It's so important. Black history, understand your history, where you've been, so that you know where you're going. The other one is that I thought noteworthy would be Mary McLeod Bethune, appointed to the National Youth Administration in 1936. On this day, educator and civil rights leader Mary McLeod Bethune was appointed by the President Franklin D. Roosevelt as the Director of Negro Affairs for the National Youth Administration. She became the highest ranking Black woman in federal government at the time and used the role to expand job training and education for thousands of Black youth. Also, on this day, Jackie Robinson wins MVP award, 1947 milestone recognized annually. May 15 is also widely recognized as the date Jackie Robinson early session performance in 1947 began shifting public opinion and sports journalism towards awarding him Rookie of the Year. This day in history calendar highlights this as a moment that impact became undeniably. So there's a couple of things that have. Oh, Uzama, there you are, my man. There you are. I'm glad to have you here. I look forward to always hearing you and seeing what you're up to. It's great to have you here today. So that was this moment in African American history. There's so much history. We have so much to be proud of, but we've got so much work to do. William Brown says, I'm learning that there is a tension between people are waiting for you and they can't wait for you. That is why we must do imperfect action. You're actually correct, Mr. William Brown, that people are waiting for you and they can't wait for you. You're denying them access to what you have. Not only are you denying them, you're denying yourself. The world is waiting for you. Dr. Lisa says we shouted out for Michelle DeWitt for going bestseller for her book. I've been there published by Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia, that Dr. Lisa's company. I got on myself and contributed. So it's great to see her going to bestseller on her book. It's a very interesting book. I'm going to take time. I kind of skimmed through it, but I'm going to take time to actually read it. And I encourage everybody in the Empowerment Dual family to go out and for 99 cents, you can help promote and keep her status rising up on Amazon. So that is really great. Anybody else have any books that they're publishing or anything coming up? Uzama says, happy Focus Friday. Everyone, did you know the honing your focus can be the secret sauce to crushing your goals? With a laser sharp mind, everything seems possible, whether you're diving into Bitcoin or hitting the open road. Check out coachuzama.com for more tips. Winning mindset, level up. Hashtag winning mindset, hashtag level up. Well, thank you, Uzama, for that. Thank you very much. On my next session on First Friday, we're going to dive into that momentum of money and what has happened. We kind of touched on it the last time I was on, but we're going to talk about the evolution of money and the digital takeover that is upon us. So we'll be talking about that. We're going to give you more information on that on First Friday of the month. Every first Friday of the month, I come with financial tips. So I encourage you to mark that First Friday. It's the first Friday in June. We'll be talking about that. Dr. Lisa says, I'm working on a book myself, Identity Crisis. Reintroduce yourself to you. Reintroduce yourself to you. You know, a lot of times we get so bogged down with life, with business, with careers, with family, with children, with all the things that are going on around us, that we don't take a time to sit back, look in the mirror, and focus on you. You have to reintroduce yourself to you. You have to understand you now, because you now is a different you from 10, 15, 20 years ago. So you have to reevaluate, reevaluate your goals, reevaluate your position in life, reevaluate your priorities, reevaluate what you're going to be doing in the next 10, 15, 20 years. So that's going to be a great book. I love the topic already. It is something that we ought to take in consideration. So thank you, Dr. Lisa. Anybody else have anything else to share? I know we mentioned last week that we actually have a back to summer or a kickoff to summer white party that the Empowerment Dual family, anyone that is in the area is invited to. It is going to be on next Saturday, and the 23rd. It's going to be from, I believe it's going to be from 4 to 9, somewhere in that time frame. But I'm going to give you my email address. And my email address, if you send me, because we do need RSVP, because we are feeding everybody and giving drinks and doing all kinds of things. So we like to have a number of who's going to be there. So my email is Jay dot Mattier, Mattier @gmail.com. If you send me email, and I will send you the invitation with the address and everything. And for VIPs, there's a secret, well, it's not a secret, but it's a VIP cocktail hour on Friday night. So that'll be going from 6 to 9. We'll be able to come, hang out. It's sort of a pre-party, especially we've got people coming in from out of town. So it'll be great to have you stop by, but it's limited to the people that we give the invitations to. So we'd like for you to reach out to me, and I can send you the information, and we can go from there. We don't want to just put it out there, because then we'll have everybody in Charlotte showing up, and we really can't accommodate. Well, we might be able to, but we really can't accommodate everybody in Charlotte. So, okay, on the pre-party, that's all right, Lisa. Whoop, 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 whoop. So we might have some special presentations and some guests to share some opportunities with you. But, just let me know if you want to come. And it's open to you and anybody that you might want to invite. But we have to know the number. Dr. Lisa says, exactly. I found that I have been evolving, but reading from the same old script without recognizing new, different abilities. And that's really true. I mean, in technology, you've always got revisions. There's Rev 1 through Rev 100. There's always revisions. Books, there's always a rewrite. There's a new edition. What is your new edition? There's got to be a new edition of you from the time that you were in your 20s to the time that you were in your 30s to the time that you were in your 40s. So there is a new edition of you. Take time to stop and observe that new edition of you. And Dr. Lisa's book is going to help you do just that. Wow, the time is really flying by. It is 9:45. Typically at 9:42, what we do is we look out and we appreciate, and what we do is do our songs and logos, our greeting songs and logos to highlight our continuing contributors. A contributor is someone that puts something in the comments that we can actually read, that you come here week after week, that you support us, that you support each other. And the way that we say thank you is that we give out our greeting songs and greeting logos. So I have to have a list. I don't have a list of everybody. I don't see everybody's comments, but let's see what we can do. I know, let's see. We have Miss Phyllis. Miss Phyllis is here on every show. So Miss Phyllis is here. Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. so now we can all have a great day. Thank you, Miss Phyllis. I know I saw Uzama on, and Uzama's got a song, and Uzama is the Bitcoin King. He's the Bitcoin King. Uzama, Bitcoin King. He's the Bitcoin King. Uzama, that's Uzama's song. Susan Kennedy has a song too. And let me see if I can, Susan Kennedy, you're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. That's Susan Kennedy's jam. Okay. All right. Yeah, I know. Sheila Gotham said, oh, yes, my sister's son had to turn himself in. We read that, but he had to turn himself in for 30 days. He did that on the same day. She got a call that the jail is full, and if she paid a certain amount, that he could get out. I helped her get the money. I even made some calls, and turned out it was all a scam. And that was kind of the topic of the show this morning. Scams. You've got to be careful about the scams, especially seniors. And we've got to look out for everybody and be aware of the things that are going on around you. Okay. Who's next? Well, next, let's see. Who do I have on the list for greeting songs and greeting logos? Let me see. Let's see. So we did Ozam, we did Sheila, we did, let's see. Again, I have to apologize. I don't see all of the comments, but if you can type something in the chat, and I don't want to miss anybody that was on the show today. Again, I'm co-hosting the show today because Lisa and Brian are under the weather, and that we wish them speedy recovery, but we felt that the show must go on. Sheila Gotham said, oh my God, you're singing the songs too. Host of the year, totally not expected. Hey, and I got a song. My song is Get Ready, Get Ready. Oh, get ready, because here day comes. Get ready, because here day comes. All right. I did, okay. Oh, good morning to our friend Will. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will. So that's William Brown's song again. How do you get a song? Why are they singing these songs? Why do I even know these songs? Because these are constant contributors. They are people that say something in the comments that we can share and talk about, and they are consistent contributors. Okay, let's see. Oh, Jacqueline Rosier, good morning. Almost 7 o'clock here. Just popped on, and Brother Jay working it out. Wow, thank you, Jacqueline. Jacqueline Rosier, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. I'm so glad that you are here. All right, Jacqueline Rosier out there in the West Coast. Sheila Gotham. Sheila, storms are brewing in your eye. Oh, that's Sheila Gotham's song. So we got Sheila Gotham, Jacqueline Rosier. You saying, why did this guy even know this song? Because I'm a consistent contributor, and I'm here a lot of times, or most of the time. So I have a knack for remembering some of the songs. I've also co-hosted before. So it's really a great time to be here. I hope you enjoyed yourself today. I hope I did the show some type of justice. And we just want to keep you informed. We want to keep you abreast of what's going on. And Jacqueline says, come on, sir, sing it. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you, Jacqueline, for being a consistent contributor. thank you for contributing to the Empowerment Duo family and all the things you do. I just want a quick reminder that next week will be the third week of the month. So on Tuesdays, the first and third Tuesdays, we have the male empowerment session. That is the first and the third Tuesday of the month, where men get together because men need men. And also on the same day is the Women Empowerment Forum, where the women get together and they talk and they pray and they inspire and encourage, and they do the same type of meetings. So I want to encourage you to attend those particular events. We also have the new Spotlight that's on Thursdays at Panera Bread in North Charlotte. So we encourage you to go out and support Dr. Lisa and Brian in their new venture and endeavor that they're doing there. And now it's time for me to go. So I hope that everybody has a great weekend or week. Send me an email, and that if you want to come to the party. And in the meantime, in between time, don't forget to have sex. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.